What is up, YouTube? That's here, and I'm back playing more Regulation H VGC ranked battles. Today we're featuring Ampharos. This is actually a suggestion from my comment section from a pretty recent video. They said, I know he isn't the best, but my boy Ampharos needs the professional Pokemon player that's a +1 touch. So they suggested that I use Ampharos, and I'm going to suggest that you guys actually go leave a comment in the comment section letting me know any Pokemon that's legal for Regulation H that you want to see me use. I read all my comments, I answer all my comments, and I would love to see your suggestions. If there's stuff that you suggested in the last video, I think it was the Dusclops video where I said give me some suggestions and you still want to see those and I haven't used them yet, leave the same comment again. I'll be getting to those. I get to as many as I can, and yeah, I really appreciate the feedback you guys leave on these videos. But yeah, this is a pretty cool team. This is a banded Dark Terra Gambit. This is an aggressive full speed Luna. This is actually not a Trick Room team. Like, we can play Trick Room. Our only real setter is this Entity, but it's like a full speed Ampharos, a full speed Luna, a really fast Gambit, fast Tailwind Braviary with like a Torkoal that we compare with a lot of these mons. We also use Torkoal to like close out other Trick Room teams. But realistically, this is an after you Ampharos. So we can go after you into our Entity to go for a fast Trick Room. We can go after you into our Torkoal to go for a fast Eruption. We can go after you into our, you know, Choice Band Dark Terra Gambit to just one-shot something. Ampharos also just has some really cool tech as well, good ability in static, so it's a relatively underutilized mon, and I'm really happy to feature it. So hopefully we get some big wins with it. Wish me luck. Here we go. That's an Emboar. We're at like top 1k ladder. Why are they using Emboar? Weird to see the Volbeat as well. I wonder if this is like a fake Trick Room team. Looks kind of like it could be with like a faster Blood Moon and like maybe a Flame Charge or Scarf Emboar. I could definitely see that happening. Let's realistically think about what I need to get done to win this game. Who's the biggest threat here? Should I just lead Ampharos Blood Moon? I could just one-shot any Pokemon that I choose. It's probably pretty good. They're going to Trick Room me, but then they have Wide Guard. I guess I can still go Torkoal here and it wouldn't be terrible. And I can just one-shot whoever I feel like with Weather Ball. And I'm not going to have Terrain up, so I don't need to bring my Braviary. Gambit could be very good here, but I have a little bit too much speed. But I wonder if they know. I wonder how much that matters. Like, I could bring Entity here, I think, and just bring Entity. I think I'm going to bring the Gambit again, though. I really liked the Gambit. Let's try this. So, Blood Moon mirrors once again. Emboar's kind of weird. I don't really have a great line into that thing. Like, Blood Moon into it is probably the best line that I have. Just going for a turn 1, like, massive, like, normal Terra Blood Moon into it. But I wouldn't be surprised to use it as a closer. I don't think Torkoal even KOs like an AV variant of it, even if I like use Earth Power. I don't even think I OHKO it. Emboar's a lot thicker than you think. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool mon. Like, honestly, if that was an Incin, it'd open up so many more flowcharts for us to do well. Like, we'd be able to use fighting attacks into it. It'd give our King Gambit potential Defiant procs. Like, there'd be so many cool things if that was an Incin. Emboar makes it harder to deal with. And this is also kind of weird. What are you doing out here? So we can do the after you play and just pop something in the mouth. I'm just going to keep blasting, dude. Oh, man. Show me what you're working with out here, buddy. Focus Blast doesn't OHKO that Luna, but it's a 2-shot for sure. And if you, let's say, for example, like, I KO you and then you KO me back, I can just send out Gambit and you're within range for Sucker Punch. I like how both of us were like, Trick Room, never heard of it. Let's see, though. Let's see. My Terra's going first, so that means if they are Terrasizing something, it's slower than my Blood Moon, who's using a full Timid set. I'm using full Timid Blood Moon. We could also have doubled up into the Emboar to make sure that we could KO like an AV set. It's just that I'm not as afraid of an AV set than like a big Bandit set or something weird like that. I wonder if they're gonna go like Steel Terra Emboar. That would suck. Here's the Emboar Terra. You double dipping something? Yes, they are. Stellar Terra Emboar. That's big AV vibes though. Let's see. Let's see if you get OHKO'd. Focus Blast. I've hit every single Focus Blast. Ampharos busted. Clapping those cheeks out here. Holy moly. Big Blood Moon as well. Here we go. If you're orbed, you're gone, by the way. Nice. That's so good, dude. Ampharos busted. Ampharos busted. You know what? The only reason why this even happened, though, is like I respected Emboar. I threw the whole kitchen sink at that guy. Hyper Voice, please be orbed and just go away. That looks like orb damage, right? No, throat spray? That's obnoxious. Huh. It's still within range for like sucker punches and KOs and stuff like that, but now I gotta hit another focus blast into it and they can weave and protect. Like if they send out Spider here and can then throw Wide Guard into the mix, it's gonna get extra spicy and I don't want to deal with it. I'd have to protect my Blood Moon. Is that Electabuzz? I mean, I'm just gonna do my thing. I should just pivot. Definitely pivot, because let's say I think what they're gonna do is protect our Blood Moon and like Thunderbolt my Ursa. But if I pivot here, I can just come back in and lock in D-Queen. So I'm gonna pivot in Gambit just in case you also would like to use Electro Web, and we're just gonna Hyper Voice you right in the kisser. Works for me. Like I said, I can just come back in and lock in D-Gleam. I think D-Gleam's still a good option on Ampharos. It's good in specifically things like Hydreigon and other dark types that would give this team a lot of problems. There's the Protect. Works for me. Stick fat damage on this Electabuzz. And then I should be outspeeding that Electabuzz, honestly. There's a Thunderbolt. They're faster than us. We live because we're busted. Big busted. I'm so happy we can stick this damage. That is nuts. Dude, Blood Moon is so good. Look at this damage. Oof. Oof. And then what are you going to do? Follow me next turn? Dude, you know that my Ampharos has Dazzling. Like, you don't know it, but like, I know it. And I know my King Gambit's like ready, willing, and able to tear you a new one out here too. Man, who would have thought that like professional Pokemon player, that's +1, just has the skills to pay the bills out here with Ampharos. So, somebody has to do it. Alright, Kyle Cleave, big damage. And Dazzling Gleam, show me that follow me. Show me follow me. You think you're hot stuff? Show me what you're working with out here, Electabuzz. Choice Scarf Ampharos. Giving these guys the business. Let's see it. Let's see what you're working with. They're thinking about it. They're like, he sent the Ampharos. He has to immediately know that I'm going to do something different. But I still think Follow Me is the right play. There it is, yeah. That's the thing, is they don't know Ampharos movesets. No one has the inner workings of Ampharos on lock. Dazzling Gleam, finish that guy off. Chunks the Electabuzz just a little bit. We don't have to worry about getting Thunderbolted on our Gambit. Like, if you were fast enough to outspeed my Blood Moon, you're definitely fast enough to outspeed my Gambit. So it's really cool. I don't have to deal with, like, a potential Parachance from Thunderbolt or anything weird. We just take that guy out. It's a 3v1. We still have Torkoal on the back in case things go really sour. But we got 3 choice items Mons left. We got Choice Band Gambit, Choice Scarf Ampharos, Choice Specs Torkoal. Spider's a good Mon. It is. It's not that good. I'm going to actually pivot in the Torkoal. They're probably just going to run here. But this is going to mitigate the damage from the water attacks and make it so my Ampharos unlocks and is able to come back in and just go for Thunderbolt, which is neutral and quite a bit more damage, honestly. If you even live this Kowtow Cleave, holy moly, let's see what you're working with out here. Let's go, busted. Oof. That's so much damage, dude. You're not supposed to do that much to spiders out here. You're really not. And then we win. Cool. Battle was canceled. Ampharos is up. Busted. Ampharos busted. Focus Blast is a good move. Just click Focus Blast. You get so many wins. Alright, so we see a little bit of P2 Blood Moon with like ArchRain. The good thing about this for us is honestly like they don't outspeed our After You. So we can actually get away with this if we wanted to and just use the Torkoal as like a closer. I think that's probably going to be how I do this. I'm going to lead Ampharos. And I'm thinking about leading Ampharos and King Gambit. I think King Gambit's a fine lead. Like, if you lead Sin, I win. And if you lead Frigoraph, I just win. So these seem good together. I can also, like, double into the Pelipper. I should outspeed the Pelipper, potentially. So those seem good. We're going to bring the Torkoal here. And I don't think we're going to have room for the NDD. So that means we just have our own Blood Moon to bully their Archaludon. Oh, let's try this. We're not bringing Tailwind, but I think if we just facilitate Ampharos correctly, we're probably not going to need it because they're built so Trick Room-esque. And like I said, we can just one-shot the Frigoraph. We might have to make a read with our Gambit. Like, if I lead Gambit and your only way to stop Trick Room is to, like, Terrasilize. Sorry, the only way to set up Trick Room is to Terrasilize your Frigoraph. We might have to make a read and just go for an Iron Head on it because, like, I think Fairy Terror would be a pretty neutral Terror in that situation. So Luna P2. So I think we can just double this P2 and probably get the KO. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them go They trace the static, so they know that we're normal. All right. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I'm doing it, boys. I'm doing it. Let's go, gaming. Oh my gosh, look at this damage. Bye, P2. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, P2. Bye-bye. Delete. Please protect your Luna and just do that with your P2. That'd be absolutely amazing. So we're not going to use After You yet, because they're going for big TR, but like, they're allowed to Terastallize that Luna too, but like, I think there'd be much better off just like protecting the Luna and trying to get up that TR, because there's no way they're sniffing out Focus Blast Scarf Ampharos banded black, like blanded like Dark Terra Gambit. Like there's no way they're sniffing that out. No way. They're thinking, but they ain't got nothing to do here, unless they know that that's a +1 sauce. I'm not streaming right now. Here's a Terra from me, and let's see. And we're just basically trying to save our Torkoal until after they bring out the Pelipper, then we bring out the Torkoal, and then we just like spam Weather Ball to win. Don't want to lose to Wide Guard. So here we go. Big Gambit. Look at this damage. Focus Blast. Oh my gosh. Now they did not protect Luna, but look at that damage. That's a lot. And the Kowtow Cleave. This is a banded Dark Terra full attack Adamant. Dunzo. I don't even know if we needed Focus Blast. I probably could have got away with Thunderbolt, but Focus Blast is for the walls, right? You got Hyper Voice. Your Earth Power Gambit. Dude, Gambit eats this. Barely, right? Barely. But we do be eating good in the neighborhood. You're orbed. Okay. So I can just pivot out this Gambit and save it. Or I can just one-shot their Luna next turn, right? They have to know we're banded. Like, they could still think we're Black Glasses, but it's pretty obvious that we're banded. So I want to see if they send in Sin Out. If they send in Sin Out, that's going to be weird. But at the same time, I don't really have to care about their speed control because the rest of their mons aren't that great. I can probably pivot in my Torkoal here if I felt like it and just Focus Blast the Luna. That would change the Weather Ball into being a fire move, but then I'd be able to actually win with my Luna, I think. Okay. I can even just save my Ampharos. Now, you know what? We're going to Focus Blast this, and I'm going to pivot in my Torkoal here. If you'd like to protect him like Weather Ball or something like that, I think that's acceptable. You definitely still have like a Sash Pelipper. Probably going to need to use King Gambit as a Sucker Punch Mon for the rest of the game, but let's see what they have. They have Terra. Let's see this big Focus Blast Ampharos, yo. We're 1 for 1 in the Focus Blast department. It doesn't get much better than that. Here we go. Torkoal's active. I should have just let them TR me, dude. That's fine. Protect Pelipper. Nice. I'm happy to not lose any damage this turn. Because now, like, I'm just not afraid if I can Oko here. 2 Focus Blasts, by the way. Nice. Look at this. Oof. Almost. I didn't think I was going to get the KO because we have to be timid. Blood Moon. It's a smart play because you didn't know if I was going to pivot. You didn't know what was going on. Either way, I think I'm in a really good spot here. They're taking out from orb damage. And I'm locked into Focus Blast here. The right play could be something as simple as my own Blood Moon. I know I outspeed, but it's a question of whether or not I can outvalue their Pelipper. Does Hyper Voice plus Focus Blast KO Pelipper? I think it would. Because I want to save my Gambit until I can see what their last mon is. I don't want to bring out Gambit and go like Sucker Punch, you know, double up into the Pelipper and make a read on their Ursula protecting. I definitely could do that. But if they decide to pivot the Pelipper, I would just lose the game. So we need to play something like a little bit like this. I'm going to Focus Blast this Luna to seal up that last slot. And this would make it so if they did click Wide Guard with their Pelipper, right? If they did click that Wide Guard, I'd still KO the Luna if I hit my Focus Blast. So I like this play. There's the pivot of the Pelipper. We talked about that. This is Archaludon? Like, we have Focus Blast. We got that big blast. Cool. Protect. Cool. That works for me. So yeah, next turn we just go Hyper Voice, Focus Blast the Archaludon. What are you going to do? Go like Grass Terra? Go Ghost? You can't go Ghost. I got that Mind's Eye. I mean, you still can do that. That would suck. Because you'd avoid my Focus Blast. Dude, this guy's getting torn apart by Focus Blast Ampharos. Look at this damage still. That is not a significant amount. That's so thick. Like, we could Focus Blast the Archaludon and Earth Power it, or we could just Earth Power it, which is more damage. I'm going to Focus Blast this guy, and I think I'm going to have to lean into that Earth Power into the Archaludon, but they're just going to Terrastalize it this turn and go for my Luna. So, like, I kind of want to double. You know what? I don't mind this play. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a specialty drop off our Focus Blast into that Arc Balloon. It's going to go Grass Terra, and then the Hyper Voice is going to be able to finish it off after it loses its Steel typing. That is the play. No Terra yet. Okay, well, they're pivoting the Pelipper. Pelipper does not really want to eat, like, it doesn't really want to eat a Hyper Voice. It's not that excited about it. Now, let's see it. If I get this, if this works like I said, it's great. So there's their Terra. This should be, like, Grass Terra, but it could also be Fairy Terra. It's not going to be Ghost, probably. Grass is completely acceptable. That's probably the best one for us because we still hit Focus Blast for neutral. So hitting Focus Blast for neutral here is great. If we hit, which we always hit, right? We need to get a Spadef drop. Need that Spadef drop. That's a stamina boost. I need a Spadef drop. Nope, never lucky. Still wouldn't have got it. I would have had to have crit. And let's see what they're going into. They should just body press my Ursa. Maybe I should have just protected that turn. Sorry, the stream just crashed right there. Let's see. King Gambit is still here. What do we want to do? They have a really low health Luna, and we're locked into Focus Blast, and I didn't PP max it. I could Sucker Punch KO the Pelipper. Could Sucker Punch probably KO the Arcaludon still, too. We could try and hope that Gambit's just faster. I'm going to have to go into Sucker Punch games. What if I just went like this? I'm going to read the Protect on the Pelipper. I like that. I'm going to read Pelipper Protect. Because they know we got Sucker. Ooh, no Protect. Never lucky. Yep, and we still doubled in that slot. Like, if you Tailwinded here, like, I still feel like I'm in a good spot. We get the Arcaludon off the board. And, let's see what you're clicking here. Like, if you're throwing, like, a random Weather Ball into freaking Ampharos, I'm good. Tailwind, there it is. That's great for me. I think we still, like, low-key win. But it's going to be really, really dicey. Luna ticks out in 2 turns. There is also a shot that this Ampharos outspeeds that Luna, because we're Scarfed. I can Sucker Punch the Pelipper right now. If I Sucker Punch the Luna, I'm never breaking Pelipper, so I have to Sucker Punch Pelipper. And that's game. We won! Oh my gosh, we did it! I wish the game didn't DC, or not the game, but I wish the game didn't, like, my stream didn't crash earlier, but that should be it, I think. I think that should be it. Like, I think I outspeed you here. I've hit on my Focus Blast. What's one more, right? Let's go! One more Focus Blast. That was a Protect, yeah. That would have hit, though. That would have hit. But we still win. We just have Sucker Punch. Alright, you see we go into the struggle here? Oh my gosh, the struggle's real. And then the SP, baby. What do you do? Double Protect? Sucker Punch. That's it! Yo, look at that! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ampharos busted. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we take those wins all the way to the bank, though. We take those wins all the way to the bank. Okay, so this one's like big aggro energy. If we just get up Trick Room, we're probably fine. That's fake out Sneasler, so we're going to need to get up Trick Room, pivot out the Unity, and then still bring it back so we can still continue to sweep with Torkoal. So that's looking to me a little bit like a board that just pulls away. Like if I lead NDD and something that just pulls away a lot of aggro, that's probably correct. Kind of wish I had like a Volt Switch on this Ampharos. That'd be really nice. Let's see. I can just actually try the Braviary Indity lead, and then we're going to go Torkoal. I'm looking at Ursa, but I don't think it's right. We've used more than enough Ampharos for one day. Which doesn't really work as well in this game. I think you still want to bring the King Gambit. King Gambit, Kowtow Cleave just Okos the VOLC if it's like a more sweeper set. So that'd be nice if we use Terra behind it. Ironhead's good against things like Prim, Whims, Pult, stuff like that. So let's see what they got here. And if they want to lead Rilla, which is not bad at all, you're absolutely allowed to lead Rilla. It's going to set us back a lot, but it's not going to make the game impossible to win. It's just going to set us back a lot. I think if they lead Rilla Sneasler, we pivot out Indity for King Gambit, because that would block damage from like grass attacks and like a Dire Claw into that slot, which they should be Dire Clawing that slot. And if you want to go into the Braviary, like, that's fine. Braviary can still Oko your Sneasler even without like you know, without terrain or anything, because Sneasler's going to be getting a defense boost from those seeds. So Sneasler Pult. Cool. Trick Room can go up here. It can. Trick Room can go up here. At the very least, I can do a 1-for-1 trade where you'd have to pivot out Pult or U-turn with that Pult into my Indity. Which means I don't actually need to do anything with the Indity. I can actually just pivot it out knowing that you're probably going to U-turn it, or like I don't really care, like get the Sneasler Sash clocked and we're good to go. Yep, pivot out, pull hard switch for Rilla, right? Yeah, there it is. And now I can just bring this back in, take away those fake out options, and be in a great spot if I want to be. Like I said, I still think this clocks the Sneasler. Actually, it's Grassy Seed Sneasler. Why am I trying to play on Sash? It's the most obvious Grassy Seed Sneasler I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, so there's the Psychic Seed proc. We're just going to OHKO it from here then, though. Note that I clicked Expanding Force without Terra there. I want that to be really known. Like, I can Terrastalize to lose my Terra and become grounded. I think I'm in a good spot there. Oh, they're going deep. You going to go Dark Terra? It's a good play. Yeah, great play. This is not a Specs Braviary, so next turn I can just do a different attack. But that's really obnoxious, you know. Throat Chop, holy shit, that's so much damage. Into that slot, wow, okay. I'm gonna try this, and I don't know if it's gonna work. A Sash Indity here. Right? If that is a speed reduced Rillaboom, 0 speed to be able to like speed tie Indies, which I don't think it is, it probably has a lot of speed. If my Gambit can outspeed this guy and OHKO it, then Indity gets to do its thing and Trick Room for Torkoal to win the game. I think it's a fair play. We're gonna try it. Pivot out Rillaboom, Trick Room just went up. They're probably not expecting the Sashed Indity. So something's taking big damage here, by the way. That VOLC, dunzo. Dunzo VOLC, though. Yeah, let's see what they even go after. Like, they might just go after the King Gambit slot, but then I just have a board that's like Torkoal Indity. It's like, yes, please. Versus like, I mean, Pult's still kind of problematic, but like we OHKO all those other things, you know? Throat Chop, yep, there it is. We got that Sash. It's actually still the right play here, I think, to maybe even pivot out this Indity next turn to bring... Unless they bring Rilla right out here. Outside, I would hate to get burned, but it's not the end of the world. We still have enough damage to OHKO a Pult even if we do get burned. Look at that. That is obnoxious. Okay. No Flame Body. Nice. So you can bring your Rilla out. And you can fake out my King Gambit, but like if you bring out the Rilla right now, I'm just going to click Follow Me and then soak the fake out with one of these. Like, you can't stop both. Right, Torkoal should have the game locked up, I think. Yeah, Torkoal should have the game locked up. Cool. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think, like I said, I think we OHKO this Rilla here. So we're going to try and do that. So you can fake out either of these. You can also, like, fake out my Indity and make it so my King Gambit will... Yeah, that's a good play, too. But, like, I still feel like this is our highest percentage play. Kautok Cleave that Rilla. And just click Follow Me. I could low-key pivot in my... Actually, why wouldn't I pivot in Torkoal this turn? If you fake out the Gambit and hit the Gambit, then I just have a board that's Indity Cole. Is that good? Is that better? It's hard to say. No, I'm fine with this. I'd rather actually just take my bets and make you fake out the Gambit. That's the right play to fake out there. Good play from them. I get to trade with your Rilla, and then it's Pult versus Torkoal. It's hard. It's really hard here. Close combat might OHKO my Gambit. That's kind of what I'm worried about here. Damn. If I pivoted in Torkoal there and lost the Gambit and still did all that, I would have had Indity to be able to redirect from the Pult. But let's see how this goes. That was a hard turn. That was a really hard turn. They could have fake out of the Gambit and just taken their free KO on the Indity. It really depends on if this Pult has anything that checks Torkoal. Because, like, I think we can just double Heat Wave here, and that will probably get me what I need. It depends on if that Pult's, like, banded, and I should be able to eat a banded Pult move. So, like, I think I'm just going to Heat Wave. 2 turns on TR? 3 turns, sorry, yeah. I think if we just hit these heat waves, I still think we're fine. Yep. Here we go. We should be able to Oko the Sneasler. It's been -1 after that close combat. And then we're probably going to do about 45%. They're really smart by protecting there because they're making me do AoE damage as long as possible. I'd love a burn on this pult, by the way. That would be wonderful. Yeah. Oh my gosh, value. That's nice. Outrage, wow. That's a lot of damage if I wasn't, That'd be a lot of damage if I didn't have that burn. Alright, I still have to hit these heat waves, though. I still, like, low-key think they can get us in a couple... I think the right player is double Protector Sneasler. Let's see it. Heat wave, double hit. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I just gotta hit one more heat wave into this pult that's banded. Let's see it. One more heat wave, Torkoal. Or no crits. Whew. Actually, I might be able to actually live an extra turn, believe it or not, just because of the Rassi Train healing. Yeah, let's see it. Survey says, the last heat wave, can Torkoal carry? Oh, what? I hear it. Busted. Busted. Take those wins all the way to the bank, yo. Torkoal busted. No Ampharos this game, right? But we've used a lot of Ampharos. Torkoal busted. Alright, this is a top 1K player using a solid sand team. Our only outs are really, I think, to Trick Room this. They have double... Oh, man, I need to Focus Blast something. I gotta do it to him, chat. Chat, you know I gotta do it to him. So we're gonna lead Ampharos and Torkoal. And there are, like, 2 lines that I'm really looking to get here. If you don't lead Sand, I can... I mean, if you do lead Sand, I can just Focus Blast because I underspeed the T-Tar and take away your terrain. And just... But if you lead something like Excadrill, VOLC, Rilla, Gambit, I can just go after your Eruption and just like dump truck you, and then I double pivot and I win the game. So that's going to be really cool. Just trying to think, do we need Trick Room this game? It'd be really nice if we could like reapply it and then come back in. So like NDD definitely can come this game. And it'd be nice to use Gambit, but I'm not seeing the massive value that Gambit would bring me over something like an Ursa. Nah, screw it, I'm still going to go Gambit, dude. Gambit busted. Gambit life. Gambit game. Let's go. This guy's like top 1K player. So with a solid sand team, Como is a major buzzkill. Don't make me degleam it, dude. Don't make me. I'll do it. I'll degleam you with my Ampharos right now. But let's see what they're working with here. What I also really like about Ampharos is you can go after you Trick Room if you're faster than things. But you see how we underspeed this T-Tar with our Torkoal, right? Do you see it? So Sandstream goes up. Torkoal goes up. And now you're just like, ugh. And you're probably thinking like, I'm vested. Like, I could probably just stay in and just rock slide it, let me get off a quiver or something. I can after you TR and just pop your VOLC if I felt like it. I think what I'm going to do is actually just try and blow up this T-Tar, which I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to blow up this VOLC. Focus Blast? I always hit these, bro. Focus Blast these, bro! Let's go, dude. Ampharos busted. Heatwave's great move. Really gonna weaken the effectiveness of my Torkoal here. Is that a Specs VOLC? I don't give a shit, dude. Don't act. It's a Life Orb. A Life Orb in the sun. Great play from them. Normally I was expecting the quiver. I should just Heat Waved. Boom. That's a lot of damage. Put you within range for Sucker Punch on my Gambit. Definitely gonna have to do that here. And my Torkoal is kind of hot garbage. I can't pivot to my Entity yet. Let's see. Como. Huh. Okay. Does my Entity have Dazzle? Do you have Psychic? That works for me. I could either hope that they miss, or I can just do the standard Sucker Punch. But they know that I have the Sucker Punch. We're stuck. We're Specs here, so we just do this button again. And then next turn, we got to pivot out probably the Gambit for the NDD if they don't kill our Torkoal this turn. So let's see how they want to play it. We're super pinned. We're going to lose, but that T-Tar, he took the fattest L. Like, if that was a standard setup VOLC, then now they're playing around it. Great play. But this person's top 1K player. They're playing this absolutely perfectly. I don't think there was anything else I could have really done here. I could have went the NDD route, but then they would have just doubled down on their damage. And we're not out yet. Eruption's weak as shit here. But like, let's think about what we need to do. Nah, they got it. They got me. They got me, but I KO'd that T-Tar. Don't even act like I didn't OHKO that T-Tar. Last month's probably Exodrol on that team. But they played the VOLC really well. 5-4 VOLC's really cool to see. Okay, a little bit of like Moth Dengo balance. I can actually really abuse that with Ampharos, I think. You're gonna lead Pelipper. If you do, I'm great. I'm gonna lead like that. I'm gonna do the after you Torkoal and just win the game. No way they're leading in Sin. I think they are bringing it. So I'm gonna bring my King Gambit. And then the question is like, I could just bring Braviary. It's not like a bad mon here. It's good into a lot of those actually. It's good into like quite a few of those, and I can just get my Tailwind up and win over the Indity. Yeah, I'll actually just try that. I think the Braviary is still very valuable here, even without terrain. I can just go for like Tinted Lens boosted Hurricanes into that Electabuzz. I can go for Heat Waves into freaking Rillabooms and stuff like that. Braviary is definitely viable here. Don't have a great matchup for into in Sin, but that's what Gambit's for, right? I think Gambit probably OHKOs in Sin at +1 with Brick Break. I would not be surprised. I think if I had low kick, I would, but I wanted to value screens. That's why I have Brick Break. Now let's try this. You don't have any redirection that would stop me other than Rage Powder VOLC, but I doubt that's what you're doing. I mean, sorry, you have Electabuzz. Sorry, you do have Electabuzz, but like if you're clicking Follow Me, you're not hitting me correctly. So we'll see how this goes. Do you lead Electabuzz here? Like, Electabuzz VOLC is a great lead on paper. No, it's not. No. I think that VOLC and Dengo are still good, but I don't think you'll Electabuzz with them. God damn, they did. Alright. Okay. The thing that happens here is, would you click Follow Me versus a Torkoal board? No. You're probably thinking I can just Thunderbolt that Torkoal and weaken an Eruption and go for my Quiver, right? That's what this looks like. You don't need to click Follow Me. You do need to click Follow Me. Now, are they someone that's good enough to know that Ampharos gets after you? We're gonna find out. And if you're following me, you're not clicking Thunderbolt. So it's like, it's a win up. Pivot out the Electabuzz. Pelipper? That's fine too. That's fine too. Sash broken, bro. Sash bodied. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we've seen 3 of their 4 mons. This is gonna be fat damage here. And I don't have to worry about like a Heat Wave back in my face from a potential Life Orb bulk. Probably just gonna Quiver, right? And that's fine. I can't stop you from clicking Quiver Dance. Look at this damage. Breaking that Pelipper Sash to pieces. Great damage. Definitely would have gotten my OHKO. Struggle Book's fine. That's great. I don't have to deal with that at all. Like, you didn't even Quiver. Cool. Like, Torkoal's pivoting, obviously. Ampharos could pivot. Doesn't have to. I think I will pivot it. I'm gonna try and get up a Tailwind, and then just come in with like Ampharos and just go for like Thunderbolts and stuff. King Gambit's also really good here. If you just like Struggle Bug Weather Ball, I think we're fine. We also have like Sucker Punch potential with our King Gambit as well. So that's something to note. They're gonna be pivoting out their Pelipper here. Nice, good play for them. So the next time that Pelipper is even a threat here, we just lock in Weather Ball, right? There's the Electabuzz. Cool, I'll take a +1. If you want to give it to me, VOLC, I'm going to go for a little Struggle Bug again. Nice little Struggle Bug. Thank you. Gambit appreciates your donation. Special attack boosted. I mean, Defiant boosted. Alright, so we OHKO the Electabuzz here, and I'm going to go for a Tailwind. I target that. I don't care about your VOLC as much. It could definitely protect, but like, I'm not afraid of your VOLC on my Gambit slot as much as I probably should be. Can't tear anymore, right? We're all in right here. If I get this Tailwind off, probably going to be game. Because I can leverage advantage on your Pelipper. I can leverage advantage on VOLC. Follow me is great. Happy to see no protects. Like, what are you going to do? Like, Heat Wave ain't it. Wisp, I mean, that's a great play. That's probably your best option. Wisp VOLC, huh? In this economy. This is still going to do a lot, by the way. I'm banded. Look at you. Like, you're not dead, right? Yeah, you are. Bro, nice wisp. Holy moly. That wisp, though. What a nice wisp, bro. You can't bring up Pelipper either because I just bring Torkoal back and close it, you know? There it is. Hey, that's fine with me. Oh, googly moogly. Do it again. We have Ampharos, which checks Pelipper. Alright, yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have a... Huh. Let me actually think about how I want to play this. I thought I had a Hurricane on this guy. I don't. I'm going to Kowtow Cleave this guy then, because I don't need to worry about it. And I'm just going to Expanding Force, target the Pelipper slot. One of them's going to protect. No protects. Cool. Bad damage. Nice wisp, though. Like, that wisp, that was a good wisp. Massive value. Okay. Yeah, Expanding. We're at -1 here, but, like, this is good enough damage to put you within range for anything else. And you can only really KO... Oh, you trade Tailwinds. Good play, good play. What's your last Mon, though? Maybe I should have doubled into the Pelipper. Probably should have done that. Hindsight over 9,000. I mean, we still have Torkoal to be able to come in and be in a good spot. So, Gold Ango. That's scary as shit. Okay. The right play, I think, is to go after Dengo there, and then we'll throw Braviary into the Pelipper. Pelipper's probably protecting. I don't know what they're doing with anything else. You can just go Terra here. If you want to pop both my Mons, I think Torkoal Ampharos does close it, because Ampharos is still faster than your Dengo. And you want to go Steel Terra? What do you mean? Focus Blast City about to be happening out here, bro. Focus Blast City. I haven't missed a single one yet. Let's go. Shadow Ball. Into the Gambit, bro. You giving me more procs? You thought I was going to try swap? No, dude, we're Gambit. We're Gambit Gaming. We're Gambit Gaming out here. Look at this. Oof! That's so much damage. I'm burned. I'm burned. Just calling these guys out here, bro. Oh my gosh. That's funny. And realistically, I think Torkoal just wins from here. But we do this play. Did our Tailwind end? No, it was the last turn Tailwind. Big side. That's fine. Expanding Force just finishes this guy off. And that's it, bro. Like, that's it. We Ampharosed him. Don't act like we didn't. We technically did. So, wins up. Oh, man. SunRoom, huh? Okay, SunRoom is a little bit spicy. Let's see. Against SunRoom, I really do like Braviary. I think Braviary is, like, super good into it. Like, you can wide guard things, but I can also just hit you in the mouth. I don't think there's an issue with leading, like, massive aggression and pivoting in. Like, I want to go Braviary. What if I just led, like, Ampharos to, like, make you think that I was going to do something weird? And just pivot in my Braviary and win. It's probably a good play. No, it's the right play to go Gambit. Gambit, Braviary, Indeedee. You need to bring Torkoal. You need to bring Torkoal. You know what? You need to bring Torkoal, but I'm bringing Ampharos. For you guys. Making the quality content out here. Right? The quality content. Somebody has to do it. That guy's a flawless SunRoom team. And we're going to body him with Focus Blast Ampharos. And he's not going to be happy about it. He's going to be pretty, I'd be pretty salty. Let's be real. I'd be pretty mad if I lost a Choice Scarf Focus Blast Ampharos with my flawless SunRoom team. It might even make me not use that team anymore if I were them. Let's see if we can get lucky. We might need to get some paras. I don't think Ampharos is good here at all. But we need to get a couple good turns at the start. So if they want to lead Willy Cole, that's dicey. That's really scary. Really scary here. It's not the end of the world yet, but it's very scary here. So the value here for us, right, is that you can go after you. I'm giving you the after you time that you've always wanted. Don't need a Tailwind. You can pivot in an entity too. But you know what you can't do? You can't pivot in an entity, eruption me with full health eruption, and after you and sleep powder. You can't do all those things. You can only do like 2 of them. You had to pick your poison here. So everyone's staying in here. We're fighting. You're allowed to go after you into this King Gambit and go for that huge eruption. I don't have any weaknesses to that eruption, and I will hit you in the mouth really hard before you do it with a banded Dark Terra Sucker Punch. Here's their Terra. This is going to be their Torkoal Terra. Otherwise, they will again with a Trash Size before the Gambit. You got like Dark Terra Torkoal. You're going fire, right? This is going to do like 80%, isn't it? Like, King Gambit kind of nice out here. Now, the cool play for them would be Sleep Powder here. Sucker Punch. Coming out before everything. Look at this damage. Look at this. Look at this. That's a lot. After you weak-ass Eruption. Unless they're going for Heat Wave. Heat Wave, good play, but that can miss, right? It can miss. It do be missing sometimes. Missing the march. Braviary holds. Now, you know what would be sick? You know what would be freaking flawless here? Is if we burned that will again. My Heat Waves don't miss. But yeah. Remember, we got Tinted Lens, so that Torkoal, the Torkoal just got nuked. El Nuco, and you can, oh, we got the burn! Let's go. Let's go. Bodied, bro. Lily Cole these, okay? Lily Cole these. What you got now? Now what are you gonna do? You got no Trick Room. You got no Terra. You got like Entity Hat. Don't make me click Expanding Force, bro. I'll do it. Actually, I won't because I don't have Terra, but like, I'll Heat Wave you. Yo, show me what you got. Glade? Okay. That's a good one. Glade Entity? Glade Hat. Alright, so it's Sucker Punch City out here. You hit the Glade. Or not. Okay. I don't want to fight either of those if I'm being honest. We have Sucker Punch. They can both TR. That's the hardest point here. I'm going to Sucker Punch this hat. And I'm going to Expanding Force this hat. I'm going to nuke the hat. Let's go! Oh, yes! Now, even if you go Trick Room with the hat, you're not hitting... Oh, he tried to hit me, bro. Because I was like, I'm sticking the Expanding Force, and I'll just do it again, right? Look at that damage. And we don't have to deal with AoE. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Yo, all right, all right. We didn't bring the Ampharos to the actual battle. It did not make connections. But knowing that I wanted to use Ampharos made me play this lead as aggressively as I needed to play it to win the match. So even though Ampharos didn't, you know, come onto the board, Ampharos do be making plays for days. The right play here is actually like expanding, I think. Just like win out. Like, you can't stop it forever. We got those wins. Oh my gosh. This guy, the most flawless of SunRoom teams. Bodied, bro. Bodied. That's what we like to see, man. All right, so we didn't use Ampharos on the board in that like last game, but like professional Pokemon, that's a professional Pokemon player, THATSaPlusONE definitely made Ampharos cook. If you guys liked this video, think about leaving a like and think about letting me know in the comments some relatively underutilized Pokemon you'd like to see me use. I'm still actually making teams for a lot of the stuff that was suggested last time. If you want to see those same things that you left on the last video, those same suggestions, suggest them again, and I'll make sure to get those out first. We've seen a lot of really cool things recommended. I've seen people want me to see Minior, They've wanted to see Gliscor. I also like to make a lot of these suggestions into like Patreon articles and Patreon specific teams too. So if you guys have ideas for stuff you want to see, think about, let me know in the comments. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.